can!
It's over!
He's done it again! Unbelievable!
Oh, straight into the roof of the net.
Nice one.
Straight down the middle. So a good performance.
Hi, you're watching Firstpost. I'm Rupha Ramani. Let's get started. On the show today, Mohammed Siraj is the toast of the nation. He's being hailed the world over. He bowled with a lot of heart, was relentless and helped India win a historic test at the Oval. But English fans can't seem to be able to digest this. They've now resorted to trolling him for his Ronaldo-esque celebration. Says it's cringe. Are England fans trying to be petty here? What's wrong with some idol worship? ISL, the Indian Super League, is on ice. Now a second club has frozen contracts in payment of their first team. What's the latest? And is the federation doing anything to try and sort out one of India's premier football tournaments? Now F1 may be on a break now, but looks like Lewis Hamilton's near breakdown may tear Ferrari apart. What has gone wrong for Ferrari and Hamilton this year? And will this result in an unceremonious exit? What does the road ahead for the champion look like? But first, a look at the headlines on Sports 360. Starting with cricket, Mohammed Siraj has jumped 12 places in the latest bowlers rankings to reach a career best 15th. He was the top wicket taker in the series against England with 23 scalps. India's pace sensation Jasprit Bumrah continues to top the rankings. On to tennis, the 2025 US Open will reward a record compensation to its players this edition. The prize purse will rise to nearly $85 million across all competitions, a 20% increase from last year. The men's and women's singles winners will take home a record $5 million each. Meanwhile, former world number one Naomi Osaka has entered the final of the Canadian Open. The four-time Grand Slam champion beat Clara Tauson in straight sets. Victoria Mboko stands between Osaka and her first major title since 2021. In news from hockey, Pakistan's hockey team has refused to travel to India for the Asia Cup scheduled to take place later this year. An Indian hockey official has now spoken, saying the PHF has cited security reasons as the security concerns as the reason. The Indian Hockey Federation is in talks with Bangladesh to replace Pakistan. And in javelin, India's Anu Rani clinched gold in Poland with a season best throw of 62.59 meters at Wisław Maniak Memorial Meet. With this, Anu has entered top 15 of the world's best throwers this season. She's also now chasing the 64-meter mark, as breaching this would earn her a direct spot for the 2025 World Athletics Championships. India did not win the series against England, but that win at the Oval to square the series felt like a massive victory. And truth is, it was an important win. Not just in terms of the significance when it comes to India-England battles, but also what this means for this new Indian side. The chief architect in that last test in particular was Mohammed Siraj, who earned a lot of praise for his lion-hearted efforts, but seems to have rankled English fans who were apparently disgusted with Siraj's cringe celebrations at the Oval. They went to the extent of saying India's victory at the Oval itself should be disqualified, just for Siraj's obsession with Ronaldo. A case of sour grapes, for sure. The England cricket team and some of their commentators and pundits who bragged of an England massacre ahead of the series themselves seem to have retreated, humbled by the eventual outcome. But seems like English fans are still hurting, and instead of demanding more of their own side and questioning the way their own players behaved over the course of the tour, they have decided to troll the player of the match at the Oval itself. So what's the reason for this outright repulsion? Siraj's celebration, and not any. It's the bowler's imitation of the Ronaldo Sui celebration. Siraj mimicked the Sui celebration when he castled Gus Atkinson. Now, it was an important moment in the match. It gave Siraj his fifer and India a win that they had no business achieving. So yes, it was a moment that Siraj and India will not forget. And so he wanted to seal that by paying tribute to the footballing legend who he idolizes. And more so because just that morning he had taken a screenshot of Ronaldo and the word believe. So this was his tribute to the legend who inspired him to achieve a milestone. So what did English fans do? They went on a bit of a rampage. Now, crossovers in the sporting world are rare. When Manchester United and the Indian men's cricket team did a collaboration, for instance, and that was recently, it went viral. So for one international cricketer to adore and imbibe a superstar footballer's work ethics and dedication is only admirable. And there were a few who recognized this and praised him. Now, it's clearly a quality that needs to be applauded, not admonished. What should be admonished is the appalling behavior of some of the English cricketers who took the act of intimidation a bit too far in the series, who blamed the conditions for their loss, who blamed the ICC for their slow over rate, which was because of their own team combination and lack of foresight in the first place. Siraj is a cricketer who has come through real despair, faced severe criticism in the past, fought challenges both on and off the field to be a match winner for his country. The kind of fanfare he received, in fact, when he came back home, is testament to that. So he gets to decide how he wishes to celebrate that journey or even a wicket. That's his way to pay ode to an icon who's influenced him. If paying tribute to a legend, to a source of personal inspiration is cringe, then what does that say about the spirit of sport itself or those who claim to be fans of the game? Celebrations, no matter how big or small, are about expressing passion, pride and personality. Mohammed Siraj's Ronaldo-style celebration wasn't just a showboat move. It was a victory lap filled with heart, honor and respect for a hero who has motivated him. In the end, sport is about more than just the scoreboard. It's about the stories, the struggles and the moments that move us. India is dreaming big when it comes to sports. From being mere participants, we now want to be contenders, genuine challengers in every discipline we step into. And the next big dream is, of course, hosting the Olympics. But while most Indian sports are accelerating, football, the most globally followed sport, is stuck in reverse gear here. The Indian Super League, India's premier domestic football competition, is having a bit of a crisis. And that's not a dramatic headline, that's the ground reality. After Bengaluru FC, it's now Chennaiyin FC that has temporarily suspended operations. That's two major clubs putting the brakes here. This isn't just a red flag, it's a full-blown emergency. Franchises are panicking, confidence has taken a bit of a hit, and make no mistake, a total shutdown might just be around the corner if the issue isn't resolved. So who's responsible for this chaos? The All India Football Federation or the AIFF? They have completely failed to settle a deal with the league's own organizers, Football Sports Development Limited or the FSDL, and now the matter has landed in the Supreme Court. A football league meant to develop the sport is now mired in a legal dispute. And this league was once a trailblazer, the first in India to adopt the IPL-style franchise model. Something others then followed. This ISL model, in fact, revitalized other sports. Hockey is making a comeback. Kabaddi has exploded in popularity. Badminton is producing consistent stars. Women's cricket is booming. Rugby is starting to turn heads. But football, well, it's gone backward. India's international rankings are plummeting, and now even the domestic league, the backbone of any footballing nation, is under threat. And just come down to this now. A club led by Sunil Chhetri, India's biggest footballing icon, had to suspend player salaries. Because even they don't know if there's going to be a league this season. And with Chennaiyin FC joining Bengaluru in crisis mode, it's clear these aren't isolated cases. Every club is worried. All ISL clubs have urged the AIFF for a meeting. And what has the AIFF done? Held meetings, released vision documents, floated PR gimmicks. Remember the Xavi Hernandez applied for India coach headline. But when it comes to taking action, absolutely nothing. Every day this drags on, Indian football loses more than just time. They lose trust from players, from fans, from sponsors, from global stakeholders. It took years to build club identities and fan bases. One missed season could wipe all that out and push Indian football back a decade. And think this, the reason football is a globally popular sport is because unlike other disciplines, this sport doesn't cost much. Sure, big stadiums, fat paychecks are all linked to football, but it is still played in every corner of the world, from the streets in Sao Paulo to war-torn nations like Palestine. The sport lives. It just needs love and, the most important thing, proper governance. It's time the AIFF stops hiding behind press conferences and fixes this mess, because Indian football doesn't just need answers anymore, it needs accountability. Formula One is on its mid-season break, a 28-day pause for the drivers to recharge. But over in Ferrari, things seem to have reached a bit of a breaking point, because their lead driver Lewis Hamilton dropped a bomb. A brutally honest, self-deprecating comment that has sent the paddock into a frenzy. He called himself useless and demanded Ferrari to replace him. That's Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time world champion, calling himself useless. So did Hamilton make a mistake leaving Mercedes? And is F1 now so ruthless that even the GOAT isn't immune? The story of the 2024 season was Hamilton's emotional farewell to Mercedes. And 2025 was supposed to be his glorious new chapter with Ferrari, the sports' biggest name in the most iconic team. On paper, a dream union. Ferrari rolled out the red carpet. They gave Hamilton access to simulators, erased old Mercedes muscle memory. Everything was geared toward giving him a flying start. But reality hit faster than any F1 car on DRS. As the races began, reports of friction between Hamilton and Ferrari engineers started swirling. He brushed them off, but the cracks were there to see. No podiums, just flashes of hope. 3 fourth-place finishes, and then a disaster in Hungary. P12. That's when Hamilton snapped and the self-doubt went public.
It's me every time. I'm useless. Absolutely useless. The team has no problem. You have seen the cars reach pole, so we probably need to change the driver.
Until now, Hamilton kept saying, I'm just getting started. But now he's literally asked Ferrari to consider replacing him. This isn't just pressure, this is a mental battle. And proof of how punishing F1 can really be. Just ask Daniel Ricciardo. He once said, F1 doesn't wait. It's brutal. And it's true. In this sport, results trump legacy. We've seen legends like Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel being shown the door. Now Hamilton is staring at the same road. Even Ferrari, the team with all the romance and legacy, has had zero hesitation in cutting ties in the past when results haven't come.
Lewis wearing his heart on his sleeve. He's been that emotionally transparent since he was a young boy, a young adult. So he's got to beat himself up. He's the GOAT, greatest of all time, and will always be the GOAT, and nobody's going to take that away.
Those are the words of Toto Wolff, his ex-boss, still standing by Hamilton despite the move. But that praise only fuels a bigger question. Should Hamilton have switched teams at the twilight of his career? Because while Ferrari's been trying to integrate him into their system, Mercedes has quietly staged a comeback without Hamilton. George Russell took victory in Canada and finished on the podium 6 times. So what if Hamilton had stayed? Would he have got back on top? Would he have scripted another high? Right now, all we do know for certain is this. When a champion starts doubting himself, it sends shockwaves through the garage. And in a team like Ferrari, where the pressure is relentless, patience wears thin very quickly. Lewis Hamilton isn't done yet. He's bounced back from setbacks before, so it is only about time. He's built for adversities. But Formula One doesn't hand out sympathy laps. You're only as good as your last race. And if this form continues, we may be heading towards the unthinkable. Now, sure, it won't be an ideal thing, and it is too soon to even ponder about something like that. But let's not forget, in F1, legends are made on the track, but they're broken in the silence of the pit lane. Time for last serve. America's Football League, the MLS, has gotten a Korean star, Son Heung-min. And while he may bring in the K-pop culture to LAFC, he certainly will bring the fighting spirit he showed at Tottenham. Fans are going crazy, the jerseys are out, and Son, he's assured he can't wait to win. Take a look.
I'm old, but I still have a good physicality, good legs, and still have a good quality, I would say. And obviously, I'm here to perform.
He's truly one of the important players in the world, a true world-class player.
He's humble, he has a charisma, and his skills is off the charts.
That wraps it up here on First Sports. I'll see you again tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.